Prav lepo pozdravljeni na sedežu Vseslovenskega združenja malih delničarjev. Ob tej priložnosti gostimo gospoda Guillauma Praša kot izvršnega direktorja Evropske federacije investitorjev in uporabnikov finančnih storitev Better Finance, ki je kot taka tudi soorganizator skorajšnje konference, ki jo pripravljamo kot investitorsko mednarodno srečanje. V ta namen sva se odločila, da vam danes predstaviva podrobneje program konference, goste in pa seveda tudi tematike, ki so s tem povezane. Prav je, da seveda najprej besedo namenim našemu visokemu gostu. So please, Mr. Prash, if you would be so kind, maybe to tell your views, points and aspects as a co-organizer of the conference that follows from Saturday till Tuesday next week.
Happy to do that and happy to be here, and good morning everyone. Very nice to meet you. It is a great opportunity, and I think a unique opportunity after more than a year and a half of only online events for the European Federation of Investors and Financial Users, Better Finance, to be able, thanks especially to VZMD, the Zomede, to organize this first, after 1 year and a half, this first live physical and very, very exceptional event in Slovenia for the Slovenian presidency of the European Union in this spectacular place of Bled. And it is quite a miracle, actually, that we are able to put this together, because, as you can imagine, to make people coming from all over Europe, even beyond Europe, we have with us as well the World Federation of Investors, people coming from Lebanon and other places. It was quite not only a miracle, but quite an achievement, especially from our Slovenian member organization, VZMD, and it will be a great conference. I would like to tell you what will be the highlights and the key international VIP speakers that are coming in as soon as tomorrow, actually, because the event starts even tomorrow evening. But first, maybe one word on Better Finance. Again, we are very happy to be here. Better Finance has been now for 13 years, and even before with his predecessor organization from 1992, the European organization representing all EU citizens as investors, individual investors, savers, and financial users in Europe. We have more than 30 member organizations throughout Europe and beyond sometimes. And we represent, in turn, with this organization, about 5 million members as physical persons throughout Europe, including Slovenia. And we are the only one, and we are based in Brussels to be able to communicate with the European authorities, the European Commission, European Parliament, etc. And we are now, thanks to our strong membership throughout Europe, in particular, we are very visible in Brussels and also in the member states, and today and the days to come in Slovenia. Would you like me, Christian, to highlight some key features of the great events we are going to have soon and the keynote speakers?
Yes, yeah? Please do.
So this conference, as Christian said, will start as soon as tomorrow, and the conference itself and the keynote speeches and the panels will be on Monday, on the 11th of September. 13, sorry. Yeah, that's Monday. We will have first all the top executives and board members of Better Finance, starting with our President, Axel Kleinlein from Germany. We will have also our Vice President, Jean Berton from France. And we will have also, as I said, not only Better Finance and VZMD, but also the World Federation of Investors and the President of the World Federation of Investors, Mark Northway, who is a British citizen coming from the UK. And in fact, he will moderate the panel on sustainability. I will come to that in a minute. By the way, Mark Northway is also a member of Better Finance. We are covering all Europe, so not only the European Union, but also the other countries like the UK. And beyond this international presence and speakers, we also have very good keynote speakers, international keynote speakers. Especially, we are very happy that the chair of the Belgian Financial Authority, FSMA, Jean-Paul Servet, will come himself, especially for the Better Finance Conference, and actually he's coming twice to Slovenia. He came yesterday for the Eurofee conference at the Sheraton 4 Points. He will come back on Sunday for the Better Finance event and will be one of the keynote speakers, with, of course, a lot also from the Slovenian authorities, but this I will let you talk about. And we will have also great speakers online. A senior member of the European Parliament, Isabel Benjuema, who is very active in the Parliament for the Capital Market Union project of the European Union, also for the protection of individual investors. We will have great speakers also from Italy. We will have the one of the commissioners of the Italian Capital Market Authority, CONSOB, Carmine Di Noia, who is also in the shortlist to become the chair of the European Securities and Market Authority. We will have also a very senior executive of the European Commission, Alain Deckers, who is the head for corporate reporting, audit, credit rating agencies at the Commission. You will have other great speakers from, I would say, who are investor advocates. You will have Andy Agathangelou, who is a British citizen, who is the chair and the founder of Transparency Task Force, which is a worldwide NGO on transparency in financial markets and services. You will have also and I'm looking because we have so many people. We will have then maybe 2 words about the key panels and focus of the conference. So first we have this sustainability panel, which will be moderated by the president of the World Federation of Investors. But as I said, you will have other keynote speakers. You will have also Christiane Hölz, who is top executive of the German investor organization, and we will present for the first time on Monday in Bled, it's not published yet, the results of our investigation and survey on the actual implementation of what is called the EU Shareholders' Rights Directive, which has been implemented starting last year. And we are the first to check. We did an extensive survey, including in Slovenia, with the help of our member organizations and with VZMD in Slovenia. The first investigation and findings will be, for the first time, released on Monday on the actual implementation of the Shareholders' Directive rights. And you will see that it's not going well. Which means that the Capital Market Union project has still a lot of challenges in front of it. We will have also a green panel on sustainability issues with great speakers, mostly, in fact, from the VIPs from the Slovenian authorities. So this maybe, Christian, you will say a word on that. We will have also an international panel on another key topic. You know, you have sustainability, which is really, of course, a priority because saving the planet is a must if we want to be around for some time and our children and grandchildren. But another huge challenge on the financial side for EU citizens is the future of pensions. And so we will have a panel with a great moderator who is the Vice Dean of a very renowned university in Slovakia, Janko Sebo, who is helping Better Finance for many years on researching the actual performances of saving of pension products, pension plans throughout Europe, including in Slovenia. And he will moderate a great panel. You will have Fausto Parente, who is the top executive of the European Insurance and Pension Authority, based in Frankfurt. You will have Martin White, who is a director of one of our member associations in the UK, the UK Shareholder Association. He's coming especially from London to deliver a speech. He's also an actuary, so he will have some stunning messages and findings on the relationship between costs and charges and the end result in your pension, what you will get. I will be participating to this panel because the adequacy of pensions and the performance of pensions for us is a key priority. We will have also key Slovenian VIPs, but maybe you will present them for this panel. From NLB Bank and from the Slovenian Chamber of Commerce. And maybe last but not least, but I will maybe Christian will give you more details. We will start because innovation, technology, digital technology is key also for financial services. And so we will start with a digital fireside chat with including the Minister for Digital Services of the Minister of Slovenia. And we will have a closing speech, of course, from the President of Better Finance. And I just gave you only the highlights. There is much more, and maybe, Christian, you can complement, and because there are so many things, the program is really impressive that I'm sure I forgot a few very interesting and exciting highlights.
Thank you very much, Guillaume. Let me also point out maybe some topics, but first of all, torej najprej za začetek, no, glede na to, da sem deloma in da konferenca poteka v angleškem in v slovenskem jeziku, naj povem in izpostavim, da konferenca, ki jo pripravljamo, bo potekala tudi v obeh jezikih, zagotovljeno je prevajanje, ker v teh časih pravzaprav postaja redkost, da se tudi slovenski jezik uporablja na mednarodnih konferencah. To je navkljub kar omembe vrednim stroškom, ki so s tem povezani, za to konferenco zagotovljeno, tudi v smislu udeležbe nadaljavo, tako imenovanega hibridnega izvajanja konference. Kar nekaj pomembnih gostov se bo javljalo torej z daljave, iz svojih držav in od drugod. Kakor tudi seveda vabimo vse udeležence. Konferenca bo s pomočjo našega medijskega partnerja Slovenske tiskovne agencije tudi predvajana v živo in zagotovljen tudi tako imenovan hibridni pristop k konferenci. Seveda pa je pomembno, da imamo v tem momentu že preko 100 najavljenih udeležencev, od tega približno 50 gostov iz tujine, tako da po tej plati pričakujemo, da bo konferenca tudi v neposrednem smislu zelo dobro obiskana. Upamo, da bojo razmere to še dopuščale. Zagotovili smo seveda s tem v zvezi vse potrebne standarde glede na morebitne restrikcije iz naslova epidemije oziroma pandemije. Kar sem želel posebej morda ob tej priložnosti izpostaviti, je, da so to dejansko zelo pomembni dnevi in tedni za Slovenijo in za Evropo v smislu enotnega kapitalskega trga, v smislu državljanov, ki imajo sredstva in jih želijo vložiti, vlagati in jih plemenititi. Namreč jasno je, da tako v Sloveniji kot v Evropi imamo situacijo, kjer je iz naslova bančnih depozitov na razpolago ogromno sredstev, ki bi se lahko usmerila v poganjanje evropskega gospodarstva, tudi slovenskega seveda, novih projektov, novih investicij, startupov tako imenovanih, kakor tudi infrastrukturnih projektov, ko govorimo o Sloveniji, če podčrtam, da imajo državljani približno 24 milijard evrov samo na depozitih. Vsekakor bi ta sredstva lahko bila uporabljena preko delujočega kapitalskega trga dobro, tako za gospodarstvo, kot za posameznike in za gospodinjstva iz naslova plemenitjanja teh sredstev, morda varčevanje ali pa pokojninske reforme in tega konteksta, kar je tudi seveda del konference. Zakaj pravim, da so ti dnevi in tedni toliko bolj pomembni z vidika vprašanja kapitalskega trga in gospodarstva nasploh in finančnega sektorja? Namerno smo konferenco skupaj z kolegi iz Better Finance iz Bruslja pripravili v času, ko še vedno gostimo Eurofi. To je zelo pomemben evropski think tank. V zadnjih 2 dneh sem se sam aktivno udeleževal dogajanja v sklopu te konference, tudi gospod Praš. Tam je večina odločevalcev, institucij, gospodarstva, bank, finančnega sektorja, kapitalskega trga, tako regulatorjev kot poslovodstev družb in ne nazadnje seveda odločevalcev na ravni Evropske komisije, Evropske centralne banke. Tako da zelo, zelo pomembno srečanje. Sam sem se udeležil že nekaj tovrstnih srečanj, ki jih omenjeni think tank evropski pripravlja ob predsedovanju Svetu EU v vsaki državi članici. Sam sem bil prisoten že na nekaj tovrstnih srečanjih. In druga zadeva, ravno v tem času tudi tako imenovani ECOFIN, torej srečanje vseh evropskih ministrov za gospodarstvo in za finance. Zelo pomemben dogodek in lahko rečem, da je v tem času Slovenija dejansko središče, vsaj v evropskem kontekstu, ali pa eno od najpomembnejših središč z vidika finančnih kapitalskih trgov in odločitev v kontekstu gospodarstva, prihodnosti, perspektive evropskega gospodarstva nasploh. Takšne odločitve se v tem času sprejemajo v Sloveniji in seveda želeli smo k temu prispevati tudi iz naslova združenj vlagateljev in malih delničarjev. Po tej plati je naš prispevek pripoznan tudi na način, kot je gospod Praš že omenil nekaterih gostov. Sam sem imel priložnost s tem v zvezi tudi včeraj spregovoriti recimo z ministrom za finance tudi Republike Slovenije. Veseli me, da je ob tem tudi v slovenskem kontekstu ena od prioritet vzpostavitev in pomoč, krepitev enotnosti evropskega kapitalskega trga. Ta je, kot ugotavljamo v praksi, žal prepogosto in praviloma še premalo delujoč, navkljub direktivam, ki urejajo to področje, in napor v tej smeri želimo seveda tudi z naslova naših združenj in Evropske federacije investitorjev okrepiti in dati temu dodaten prispevek. Toliko bolj je to pomembno tudi za slovenski prostor. Naš kapitalski trg je iz tega naslova žal v situaciji, kjer imamo vse manj delniških družb in ne nazadnje tudi vse manj vlagateljev, malih delničarjev. V zadnjih 5 letih smo zabeležili izjemen upad od preko 300 tisoč vlagateljev slovenskih državljanov, smo prišli v bistvu na četrtino števila vlagateljev na slovenskem kapitalskem trgu, tudi družb je vse manj. Vi veste, da smo vključeni v postopke, seveda na strani zaščite pravic in interesov manjšinskih delničarjev v številnih postopkih iztisnitev, preoblikovanj družb. Vse to, in kjer seveda zagotavljamo, da dobijo vsaj pošteno odpravnino v takšnem primeru, ampak po drugi strani pa seveda obžalujemo, da je vse manj družb in da je nenazadnje tudi v smislu Ljubljanske borze in kapitalskega trga le-ta absolutno premalo izkoriščen kot pomemben potencial. Zaradi tega, če se morda kar premaknem na sam program in nekaj točk, ki bi jih s tem v zvezi želel izpostaviti, posebej pozdravljamo tiste priložnosti, ki se ponujajo v slovenskem prostoru za nove kotacije delnic, za javne prodaje delnic. Veseli me, da imamo tak primer. Eden teh primerov, ki se bo tudi predstavil na konferenci, je primer družbe, nepremičninske družbe Equinox, ki je v procesu in v kratkem pričakujemo izdajo in javno ponudbo novih delnic iz naslova v bistvu prvega nepremičninskega v narekovajih sklada v Republiki Sloveniji, ki bo iz naslova potencijala v nepremičninskem sektorju omogočil vlagateljem, tudi malim vlagateljem, da plemenitijo svoja sredstva. Če se pri tem premaknem na samo okroglo mizo oziroma predstavitve priložnosti investicij tako v Sloveniji kot v Evropski skupnosti. Naj pri tem izpostavim, da se bo ob tem predstavil predsednik uprave NLB-ja njihove tovrstne možnosti in aktivnosti. Strani gospodarske zbornice bo njihov glavni analitik predstavil področje v kontekstu slovenskega vidika in brez nadaljnega imamo tudi v smislu samih družb predstavitev institucije Jožeta Stefana, potem imamo seveda Spirit Slovenija z direktorjem Kostanjevcem, imamo pa tudi jasno Družbo za upravljanje terjatev bank, torej njihove tovrstne aktivnosti bo predstavil Andrej Lazar kot eden od direktorjev za področje nepremičnin. Po tej plati seveda želim morda omeniti tudi zanimivost, da bo naš svetovno znani plavalec Martin Strel predstavil svoj projekt plavanja okrog sveta, tudi kot zanimivo investicijsko priložnost in hkrati popestritev tovrstnih dogodkov. Skratka, ne bodo samo sive finančne teme, ampak tudi razgibani momenti, pri čemer seveda ne kaže izpustiti gospoda Matjaža Javšnika kot poznanega igralca, ki bo predstavil seveda zelo odmeven in uspešen projekt filmskega festivala, ki ga vodi. Tako da, če začnem s tem delom, pa vendar ne obidem še nekaterih drugih pomembnih gostov, ki jih kot sicer Slovencev gospod Praš ni predstavil. Vsekakor kaže izpostaviti na prvem mestu dr. Verico Trstenjak, ki bo sodelovala na enem od panelov oziroma okroglih miz, kako tudi dr. France Arhar. Jasno, da po tej plati lahko izpostavim tudi člana in predsednika strokovnega sveta Vseslovenskega združenja malih delničarjev dr. Ludvika Toplaka in s tem v zvezi seveda bi želel ob sklenitvi tudi izraziti zahvalo za navkljub sila zasedenemu urniku in obveznostim iz naslova predsedovanja Slovenije svetu EU. čegar spremljevalni dogodek seveda je tudi konferenca, ki jo danes predstavljava z gospodom Prašom, torej izreči zahvalo ministru Mark Borisu Adrianiču, da nas bo ne samo nagovoril, pozdravil naše goste, pač pa tudi sodeloval v pomembnem vsebinskem sklopu v smislu predstavitve informacijskih tehnologij in izzivov ter varnosti z področja tako imenovane kibernetske varnosti. S tem bi jaz v tem delu seveda sklenil predstavitev samih programskih momentov, pri čemer bi želel seveda na samem koncu in na zadnje omeniti tudi pomembno temo konference, predstavitev delniške opore. Torej, delniška opora je program, ki smo ga v Vseslovenskem združenju malih delničarjev vzpostavili pred 5 leti. V tem času smo zagotovili preko 7.000 slovenskim delničarjem, da so lahko hranili svoje vrednostne papirje in preko 6.000 jih je tudi že prišlo do sredstev iz naslova vrednostnih papirjev, ki so jih tako imenovani finančni analitiki, finančni posredniki, borzni posredniki pogosto opredeljevali kot nič vredne vrednostne papirje. Torej, ob združevanju le-teh v kontekstu delniške opore in programa, ki ga je vzpostavilo združenje, ne samo, da pri tem vztrajamo in nadaljujemo, navkljub številnim težavam, ki smo jih bili deležni v tem času, iz naslova zagotavljanja pod najugodnejšimi pogoji imetništvo vrednostnih papirjev za državljane Republike Slovenije. Ob tem, ob predstavitvi tudi v angleški verziji, torej The Share Support, najavljam, da bomo ob tem, in proces seveda je že na delu, dvignili delniško oporo na raven Evropske unije, seveda ob podpori Evropske federacije investitorjev, tako da bomo podobno možnost za imetništvo vrednostnih papirjev omogočili tudi drugim državljanom Evropske unije, ne samo kot doslej državljanom Republike Slovenije oziroma iz naslova imetništva delnic slovenskih družb in vrednostnih papirjev. Ob tem naj dodam, da ne samo ob najugodnejših stroških glede na apetite finančne industrije, ki si vsekakor iz tega naslova odreže prevelik kos, deluje destimulativno za kapitalski trg in za vlaganje ter za angažma sredstev individualnih vlagateljev gospodinjstev na kapitalski trg in v gospodarstvo iz tega naslova, da je ob zagotavljanju minimalnih stroškov imetništva v kontekstu delniške opore zagotovljeno tudi zastopanje interesov manjšinskih delničarjev, ne samo na skupščinah delniških družb v smislu proaktivne vloge, predlogov, nasprotnih predlogov, ne nazadnje sodelovanj tudi v nadzornih organih družb, pač pa tudi v seveda sodnih postopkih, ki včasih sledijo odločitvam, ki niso v interesu ali pa gredo v škodo manjšinskim delničarjem, individualnim vlagateljem, kakor tudi seveda na zakonodajni ravni, kjer skušamo zagotoviti, vzpostaviti iz naslova neposredne prakse, kar se da dobre pogoje za vlaganje na kapitalskem trgu. Iz tega naslova vam lahko zagotovim, da imamo v Vseslovenskem združenju malih delničarjev podporo kolegov tudi iz naslova Evropske federacije, prizadevanj v Bruslu, in po 16 letih, blizu 17 let obstoja Vseslovenskega združenja malih delničarjev, izražam zadovoljstvo ob tem, da dejansko tudi ta program in projekt pripoznan kot zelo pomemben tudi v smislu evropske perspektive. So maybe, Mr. Praš, you would maybe say a couple of words or your thoughts about share support, since I presented it as the at least for our association and for Slovenian investors and shareholders, very, very important project. But since we discussed it and you have been asking me about this program, maybe also your comment from this aspect.
With pleasure. Share Support is really a great project, a great innovation initiated by VZMD, by the Slovenian Association. I think it is a pioneer project that will not only be extremely good for Slovenian shareholders, and also I would say for the sustainability of the Slovenian economy, but also for all Europe. We really support at European level this share support project. In fact, it is already starting to be European, as maybe you talked about it, that you are already extending this initiative and service proposal to Croatia. But we think it would be extremely useful for any other European country. And the reason is that we believe for the governance of our countries, of our people in Europe, for the sustainability of European countries, the engagement and the empowerment of citizens as individual investors is key. And share support is really addressing this issue. It is an issue because if you go back at European level 40 years ago, or 50 years ago, I would say, in 1970, European citizens were the owners of 40% of the European economy. In other words, they owned about 40% of the shares of all European listed companies. And so you could really talk about people's capitalism. And that was before, of course, the fallout of the USSR, which means normally with the fallout of the USSR and the opening up of the economies of Central Europe, Eastern Europe, including Slovenia, it should be even more today. The contrary has happened. In the last 50 years now, European citizens hold directly at best 10-12% of the European economy. And it is what we call in Europe the other people's money. Companies that have gone in between and are owning a lot of shares, but not in the direct interest of citizens and of citizens as individual investors. Also, as you know, in Slovenia and throughout Europe, people are more and more asked to take care themselves of their pensions, because the state pensions are going down, and we are told, but you should save early and a lot for your retirement. So with all this, we really praise and support very strongly at European level the Slovenian share support project, because this is the way that we will be able, especially with the younger generations. You may have heard that the younger generations are really, of course, first very interested and motivated about the sustainability issues of the economy, rightly so. And also they like to be empowered. For example, through digital devices, like, for example, our dream, and I think we share support, will be possible, is that every European citizen will be able to engage with the investee companies with a smartphone. Either they can vote at the general meetings, or they can give a proxy to their investor associations, like it is the case for VZMD with share support, and with a very cost-efficient way, and I would say user-friendly way to be able to engage with investing company. And I would like to give you an example, which is a dream we have for Europe, and I think again share support is the best project to achieve this. I don't know if you followed what happened months ago at Exxon Mobil general meeting. Exxon is the biggest oil company in the world, and up to now has resisted any attempts from individual investors and other investors to engage into a strong energy transition program. They are still investing heavily in oil and not diversifying to renewable energies. And an active investor in the US managed to convince Exxon shares, managed to convince bigger investors, like fund companies, to vote with them to replace already 3 directors of Exxon, of the biggest oil companies, and appoint directors whose main focus is to push Exxon into energy transition and a more sustainable model for the US economy. Today, this is not possible to do in the European Union. We share support in Slovenia, then Croatia, and if we can replicate this share support model and expand it to other European countries, this could happen. And then, as I said, especially the young, they will be on the back and on the neck of these big companies to really make it happen, the switch to a more sustainable business models and economy, which we absolutely need for us, for our children and grandchildren. And as I said in the conference, at the same time as the presentation of share support, there will be this panel on sustainability where we will present the early findings about the actual implementation of the shareholders' rights directive. It is not working. The intermediaries chain in Europe is very fragmented, very costly, not at all friendly to individual investors. So it's a nightmare if you want to engage in a company when you have a few shares of a company in Slovenia, but even more so if you're Slovenian and you hold the shares, I don't know, in an Austrian company, Italian company, Russian company, it's even more difficult. And it should be as easy as possible, because that is also a democratic principle. It should be easy to vote and to express your opinion and your position when you are a share owner of a company in Europe, like it happened in Exxon in the US. So that is we are really a lot of appreciation for this effort, especially in Slovenia when there was this big boost for individual share ownership in the 1990s. Immediately, about 300,000 Slovenians became co-owners of the big former nationalized companies.
2 million, all the
citizens,
yes.
Yeah, in the whole population. And nowadays, I think, Christian, we are down to 70,000 or something like that, because they have been not really supported as engaged shareholders, quite the contrary, and Christian could tell you much more about this than me. And so it's not, I think, by chance that this is starting in Slovenia, but this is a great innovation that Slovenia will bring to all Europe. Thank you to VZMD.
Thank you, Guillaume, for sharing your views also with us and our audience, and definitely for support of you and the colleagues for Share Support Program. I really believe it has, in perspective, a bright future, and the effect on the European capital market and the economy as a whole. Let me try to conclude this conference. Skratka, če počasi skušam skleniti, morda ravno z omembo, da sem včeraj ponovno srečal pristojnega komisarja, sicer podpredsednika Evropske komisije, tudi Valdisa Dombrovskisa, ki ima kot svoj slogan navedeno an economy that works for people. In če kdo je v tem primeru ravno naša prizadevanja, torej z Evropsko federacijo investitorjev in tudi našega združenja, gredo dejansko v to smer. Mi se res trudimo in tudi v praksi ponuditi rešitve, ki to omogočajo. Hkrati tudi z komunikacijo med Evropsko federacijo in Evropsko komisijo predstaviti, kako stvari dejansko izgledajo v praksi. V praksi žal marsikaj od tega, kar bi in sicer je deklarirano v teoriji obstaja, žal še ni implementirano, ampak sem prepričan, da bomo tudi s pomočjo delniške opore toliko uspešnejši s tem v zvezi tudi v evropskem prostoru. Kar zadeva tega, ko pravim, da želim počasi skleniti, naj omenim samo tiste zadeve, ki so seveda pomembne. Mi smo poskrbeli ob tej konferenci, da bo poseben izgled, ki sodi zraven, prisoten, da je seveda spremljevalni program iz tega naslova tudi precej bogat za naše tuje ugledne goste in pa seveda govorce ter partnerje. Ob tem naj izpostavim in se tudi zahvalim tako županu mesta Ljubljana, gospodu Jankoviću, za prijazno omogočanje in ponudbo. Pričakujemo seveda tudi njegov nagovor in sprejem za ogled mesta Ljubljane, za s tem v zvezi ustrezne aktivnosti, tudi ob tem hkrati in v nadaljevanju ogled občine Brda, tudi zahvala gospodu Mužiču za takšno možnost, kjer bomo lahko tudi ta del Slovenije predstavili našim uglednim gostom. Jasno tudi v sklopu občine Bled, zahvala županu Pfeifferju za tudi njegov sprejem, kakor drugih županov, kjer bomo naše goste seveda z veseljem in bodo sprejeti tudi pogostili. V smislu spremljevalnega programa morda tudi omenim, da gospod Javšnik pripravlja in smo se dogovorili, da bomo naredili tudi za občane odprto stand-up komedijo ob samem zaključku konference iz tega naslova, da se nekako oddolžimo, ker sicer očitno žal na Bledu ni pogosto navada, da so številni mednarodni dogodki, da to za domačine včasih predstavlja seveda dodatno obremenitev in breme, da iz tega naslova skušamo vsaj približno in pa v smislu našega programa ponuditi del sprostitve ali pa se nekako oddolžiti po tej plati. Da slučajno seveda ne pozabimo omeniti Perota Lovšina, ki bo tudi nastopil v sklopu konference kot popestritev in predstavil himno malega delničarstva, ki je že doživela sicer na spletu številne oglede, na presenečenje tudi samega Pera Lovšina. Tako da v smislu spremljevalnega programa in vseh teh dogajanj, jasno za sam zaključek, naj se zahvalim tudi številnim partnerjem, ki so pristopili in pomagajo tudi v finančnem smislu, ne samo v organizacijskem smislu, zahteven projekt podpreti, suportirati, tako iz naslova pogostitev, tako iz naslova medijske prezence, kakor tudi ne nazadnje zagotavljanja logistike, prevozov. Torej, zahvala tudi številnim partnerjem te konference. Jasno, da bi seveda ob tem želel zaključiti z povabilom, da okolikor so kakšna vprašanja strani cenjenih novinarjev, da jih prosim zastavijo, pa se seveda potrudiva z gospodom Prašem na nje dodatno odgovoriti. Sicer pa sva, kot ste opazili, skušala biti kar se da celovita in izdatna že tudi pri predstavitvi. Prosim.
Je ta dnevni red zdaj potrjen program, vsi gostje so potrjeni?
Tako je, gostje so potrjeni, je pa dejstvo, da se program glede na okoliščine toliko bolj izdatne tudi ob usklajevanju s kolegi iz Bruslja precej spreminjal, je pa dostopen vsakič osvežen program na spletnih straneh, tako Vseslovenskega združenja malih delničarjev oziroma posebni podstrani, ki je namenjena konferenci. Tam je vselej osvežen program na dnevni ravni praktično, kakor tudi seveda na spletni strani Evropske federacije investitorjev. Je, kar se tiče samih govorcev, potrjeno sodelovanje vseh, ki so navedeni, ki sva jih tudi nenazadnje predstavila z gospodom Prašem. Je pa seveda možno, da se v posameznih momentih ali segmentih v časovnem smislu kakšna zadeva kdaj še tudi spremeni ali zamakne, glede na okoliščine, ki smo jim seveda v tem času toliko izdatneje priča in negotovosti, ki so včasih pravzaprav prisotne čisto do zadnjega. Ampak jaz izražam prepričanje, da bo ta konferenca odlično izpeljana in da ne samo naši govorci in gostje, pač pa tudi številni, ki so se najavili, sami vidni tako iz Slovenije kot iz tujine, neodločevalci, predstavniki gospodarstva, da bodo v samem programu ne le uživali, ampak našli kaj novega in tudi zase in za svoje delovanje v prihodnje. Morda še gospodu Praša, so the question was if the program is final and finished, and I explained that there might be still some tiny adoptions regarding particular times, but definitely all the speakers are confirmed. Morda še kakšno vprašanje? Potem se vam najlepše zahvaljujem za udeležbo, vas lepo pozdravljam, želim uspešen dan, and with this we would conclude the conference. Maybe you have a final word, Mr. Praš?
Well, my final word is that, really it's an exceptional event, considering the sanitary environment in Europe, still the difficulties to travel. There are less flights than before. So really it was a miracle that we have such a great event, and I hope we will have people in Slovenia coming a lot, because it will be really, really exceptional with, as I said, extremely exciting news findings that will be released for the first time at this conference, and with really, I can tell about the international speakers, I know they are really top of the line.
Thank you.
Thank you.